What's up guys, Josh here, and today we're doing a little Q&A session. This is the first of many that I would like to do. You can ask me a question on web development, technology, gaming, my life, whatever you're interested in knowing. This is fun for me. So if you have a question, leave it in the comments down below. You can hop into Discord. I'll also put my email in the description and you can ask me there. The first question we have comes from Dead Guy in Discord. What are the differences between programming projects and assignments in school and projects done on the job? What should be taught or focused on more to better prepare for real-world problems or jobs? For school, I can't really relate in terms of computer science because I didn't go to college for computer science. I went to college for a mechanical engineering degree, and the only way I can relate to this question is from going to Code Bootcamp. Projects that we did at Code Bootcamp became deprecated fairly quickly. We learned a technology that was called parse. Have you ever heard of it? Yeah, probably not, because while I was there, they actually sent out a notification that they're going out of business, and then I also learned Firebase, which was bought out by Google right after I graduated the Code Bootcamp. So everything I learned about parse was useless, and then everything I learned about Firebase, I could carry some of the knowledge over. So it's hard for me to tell you exactly what you need to learn as far as projects, because what you learn is going to be probably out of date pretty soon. But if you're looking to get a job, then you can find what anyone is using just by going to Stack Overflow and seeing what technologies that they want. Here comes the cliche part. Cue the music. Building projects is what prepares you for the real world. But it's not the project, it's the ability to learn what you need to learn as you're doing it to be able to get it done. The ability to finish it even when you're stuck. It's not a skill like math. Someone has to build that or be willing to build that type of attitude about programming, and I think it's more of a soft skill. It's good to know a certain technology, but you shouldn't rely on that, because that could be, someone will come up with a better way to do something tomorrow, and you'll have to learn how to do that. And that to me is a more valuable skill. The next question we have comes from Illegal Toast. Such a good name. A lot of people say it's the small things in reference to what makes life good. What are the small things of your life programming work? So in my life, I would have to say it's seeing my dogs slowly learn and listen to what I'm saying to them. My dogs were rescue pups. You've probably seen them in my videos, and they've had a harsh life, and it's been good to see them get what they deserve as pups. Other little things in my life, I like going out on a walk when it's windy but it's warm. The things that I smelled when I was a kid, like the ocean, when we were driving to the beach on vacation, you could start to smell the ocean even though you couldn't see it. I don't know, that always gives me happy memories for some reason. The little things like when I'm making progress on things I'm working on in life that aren't directly connected to my professional life, like when I say no to certain types of food or something, just the small things of self-discipline where I can just have a little win. So as far as work goes, eliminating the distractions and not ignoring the feeling of I know what I should be doing and I should be doing it right now. And by distractions, I mean not immediately checking my phone or an email if it beeps. It's so tempting. It's like bling, even if it's my girlfriend, I'll want to just pick it up and see what she says to me, but I flip my phone over, put it on silent, and don't look at it until I'm done. These are the little things that help me do work, but the little wins at work are when I have a hunch of how I can solve a code problem and I write it out and it works the first time. On the first time I refresh the page, that's a pretty rewarding experience for me. The next question comes from Antique. He says, what is the difference between a web developer, front-end developer, and a software engineer? There's quite controversial opinions about this. So let's start off with software engineer. I would say a software engineer is someone who is kind of an all-encompassing role of software. Typically, it means you're making desktop programs like Spotify, Photoshop, whereas a web developer is just working on web applications like Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, everything that runs in your browser. All of them fall under the category of software developer. In terms of front-end developer, that means I'm a web developer working on the visual aspect of the client side of things, what people see when they're using stuff, how the information flows on that page. And the back-end developer, in terms of web development, is dealing with databases and how to move data around. My friend Taylor has this video where he talks about not a real developer if you're a web developer, but that is not the case. Software engineering can be harder because certain languages are harder to learn initially, but that doesn't mean that software engineers always have a better salary than web developers. It's just kind of an all-encompassing term. If you want to see my friend Taylor's video, I put a little card here. The link to his video is in the description. He goes into detail about what software engineering means and how it doesn't mean that you're not a real developer if you're not making desktop applications. So the next question comes from Daniel. He says, how does a new developer stand out in a really crowded career field? I'm assuming this question is talking about when you're looking for a job or when you want to build something for someone like it in a freelance aspect. Well, in development right now, juniors are pretty crowded. Mid-level and seniors it's less so. And I would say the same thing, anyone trying to stand out in any aspect, like trying to build a business. You need to build value. You need to build projects that show your value. You can take two approaches on this, and this kind of depends on what you want. Like, you can build a broad set of skills and knowledge and test out a lot of different technologies, or you could build a niche set of skills and go really dive deep into something and become an expert. Ideally, you want something where you're an expert at something and familiar with a lot of other technologies. So it would be easy to roll your expertise into some other technology and benefit you in learning that. As a developer, the ability to communicate plays a large factor because you need to communicate with all different types of people, non-tech people, HR people, your boss, everyone, and you need to be able to hold a conversation and be social. There's a lot of people out there that can just build applications and code all day, but they wouldn't be able to report what they're doing or have a conversation about it. They're just really good at coding. You need to be able to do both. You need to be able to be personable. Creative, though, says, if you decide to get a CS degree, does the school matter, excluding Ivy League schools? Here we go. In my opinion, the school doesn't matter so much unless you intend on using the reputation of that school to propel yourself to work for a company that you want to work for. Computer science doesn't necessarily prepare you for what you'll be doing on the job. It's good if you want to move up through the career ranks, like the corporate ladder, and get to like a management position, because a degree always looks good. It's a nice little checkbox to have. Well, there are a lot of great apps out there by people who dropped out. A lot of great software, Microsoft, Facebook, they don't even have degrees. I understand that these are outliers. I just don't think the school matters unless you want it to move yourself upwards inside of a company. But maybe that's your goal. And if you want to do that, then maybe you should look at the reputation of the computer science program of the school that you're going to. It's more about what you can learn. There's nothing you can't learn in computer science that you can't learn on your own. It's not like a civil engineering degree where I wouldn't trust a guy to build a bridge if he was like, yeah, I don't have a degree, but I know how to build a bridge. It's a little bit different in computer science. And then the last question we have is Chris. He says, why won't you die already so I can have your dogs? What are the future plans for your channel? Well, let me just say I can't really build a reputation on what I say I'm gonna do, but right now, with what I'm currently doing and at the rate I'm currently making videos, I would like to keep that going. I'd like to grow this as much as I can. I would like to create more detailed technology videos like that HTML video or the CSS video. The caveat with this is that technology gets outdated so quickly, and what I post today might not serve you very long in the future. There are some things that won't change, right? HTML, CSS, JavaScript, the basic languages that are really popular are probably going to be around for a while, and I'll probably make videos on that. But in terms of frameworks, libraries, those just left and right, there's a different one every single day. And I think it's better for me to talk about the soft skills of how to learn and how to have the right mindset to do these things. If there was a specific request for something, I'm willing to do it. I just think in general, there's a lot of other people that already do that, and they do it well. Eventually, I would like to make some sort of vlogs again. I think the thing with vlogs is that people don't want to watch it because they don't know you. And I really like making vlogs because I like setting up shots, I like composing shots, I like cinematics. I really like camera work and film just as much as I like to set goals for myself and improve. But it's, I'm not like this rich, I'm not at the top, some guy that already has a lot of money like a lot of other large vloggers on YouTube. I'm doing it, I would like to do it more to set goals for myself and to document it. And if I set a goal and maybe I won't achieve it, maybe I'll fail, but I still want to document it. But I think it would help people to think that I can't do something. Well, I didn't think that I could do it either, and if I document it and show that to other people that, hey, I did this, you can do it, then it might be of some value. In addition to all that, I was thinking about setting up a weekly stream, maybe on Friday nights or something like that, where I can just stream and people can hop in the chat and ask me questions, and we don't have to talk about web development all the time. We can talk about whatever, the news, technology in general, games, whatever I'm doing. I can just engage and interact with you guys, and I think that would be pretty beneficial for both parties. I know what you guys want, and then I can help you guys out if you have any questions. I think it'd be fun. Let me know what you guys think about that. This has been the first Q&A session, kind of short, but I think it's good. I want to do more of these, and as I start to get more questions, I'll keep a log of them, and then I'll just make one of these every once in a while, or if you guys say, hey, do another Q&A, then I'll do another Q&A. As always, guys, we have a Discord, links in the description. We're always hanging out, trying to improve, and if you want to see more of these videos, hit that little subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.